do you decide which will be your target journal? This is quite a question which many of us ask, and many times there are very differing options. Sometimes someone decides that the manuscript that you want to send in is more of a niche thing, so search sometimes more specialty based. Sometimes you have a topic that is quite broad and should be more multidisciplinary, then you search the multidisciplinary journals. Sometimes it's quite important to have a journal with an impact factor, because this is the metric of your university, of your research institution, of your funding institution they go by. In case this is the case, that you have from the research funding institution the metric that you need to publish in a certain quartile or in a certain impact factor, this will also play a role. But never just look at the impact factor without looking, has similar content been published in that specific journal to my research. This does not mean the same research, but it means similar methodology. What I also tell many times my students is that you need to look really at what steps in methodology have been published. So, for me personally, that means if we are doing in our lab analyses using immunohistochemistry, but at the same time the journal published only manuscripts using the first analyses that we do and three further steps, this probably will not be the journal for us to target, because the standards of what they expect in terms of methodology are different to what we have available to publish in that specific journal and what our conclusions are in that specific journal. So that means that you will need to figure out which one of the topics fits best to you, and then based on that decide which journal it is. So the other thing that you need to think about, especially if you don't have a lot of resources available, is also to think about the publication charges. So, does the journal that I want to submit to have a subscription based model where you don't have to pay for the publication? Or are they only open access, which is a lot of journals in this day and age? If they are only open access journals, then you will need to usually, unless there is a certain contract between the university and the publisher, pay fees for the publication. And if you don't have the funds, sometimes you can get them waived, but in many cases you will need to pay them, and this should be a consideration also for you.